Hi, it's Maggie the Irish Gypsy here to bring you your September 2021 mid-month general readings. We're looking at the last 2 weeks of September, and this reading is for the fire sign of Aries. Welcome everyone. I hope you're all doing well. Thanks for taking the time to watch this or any of the videos on my YouTube channel, and also for all of your likes, shares, subscribing, comments, donations, feedback. Those of you who reach out for personal readings, greatly welcomed and appreciated. Thank you. So this reading is for Aries for the last 2 weeks of September 2021. That's if your sun, moon, rising, or Venus is in Aries. It's relevant if you're cross-watching for an Aries. It's a general reading, so it's always going to resonate a little differently for everyone. So watch all of your signs for any additional insight and perspective. And if you find that any of the readings do resonate with you and you'd like to take a deeper look at something, reach out for a personal reading for yourself or as a gift for someone else, you can click on the arrow below, click on the little description link where you'll see my email address, Maggie1McGuire@gmail.com. Feel free to email me directly. I can usually respond the same day. I do offer a wide variety of readings. And I do readings full-time. It's all that I do, so I'm pretty diligent about timely scheduling. So message me if you're interested. I'd be delighted to hear from you. Okay, Aries, let's see what the last 2 weeks of September look like for you. I am using the Tarot of Dreams and clarifying with the Gilded Tarot. Aries, we begin with justice. Reap what you sow, doing the right thing, honor, ethics, transparency, things being karmically fair and equitable. With you, the Emperor, the sign of Aries, older, mature, an empire built up, responsible, accountable, disciplined, sometimes a bit domineering and stubborn on his bad days, but someone who's willing to make decisions based on the greater good. I mean, the Emperor knows that every decision and action he takes affects everyone in his empire. So, ideally, the Emperor can even set aside his own emotions or wants to make the decision that's best. Justice and the Emperor is like somebody doing exactly what they feel is the most honorable, ethical, highest thing that they can do. We have the Two of Wands with the Ace of Cups, making a decision about perhaps a new beginning. For some of you, it might be new love and romance. It might be a renewal within an already existing relationship. There's a choice here. The Two of Wands usually shows two paths. Here it shows two doors. Wands is governed by the element of fire, so this is a decision about which action to take. Might be about love and romance or a relationship because of the Ace of Cups. The Ace of Cups, excuse me for being hoarse. We have it's California, it's fire season. We have some fires going on here and everybody's like hoarse and coughing. Can't kind of get away from it this time of year sometimes. The Ace of Cups can represent self-love, the heart beginning to open up again. Let's see how this plays out. Next we have the Eight of Coins with strength. Strength is facing your fears, your doubts, your insecurities, taking a look at which can be sometimes difficult and honest, sometimes challenging, look at the part that you've had to play in a situation or an issue. It's having the courage to look at something with a clear and honest eye. Change the things you can, make peace with the things you can't, and move forward. It takes a lot of wisdom and courage and insight and strength and humility to do this, but those are also qualities that you gain more of with the Strength card by walking through our fears, right? Having the courage to confront our fears, our doubts, our insecurities, our own bad habits and patterns. The Eight of Coins, hard at work, nose to the grindstone. Do I have what it takes to do this? Do I have the strength to do this work? This is also for some of you about taking an honest look at what you have invested in something, perhaps what another person has invested in something, and asking yourself, what am I investing this in for? Where is this going? From the bottom of the deck, the overall energy, 2 cards, I'm going to take them both. The overall energy is the moon first, a lack of clarity, hidden fears, with the Chariot, success on a very difficult path. Success is a card that represents winning through sheer perseverance and determination, even if you get run over like 10 times, right? You get up the 11th time, that's when you win. You win simply because you refuse to give up. It's a difficult path. It's about staying focused on your goals, staying ambitious and driven, and not giving up. Success on a difficult path. So the Chariot and the Moon, and maybe here with Strength and the 8 of Coins too. The overall energy that I'm getting, Aries, is do I really have what it takes at this time, at this point in my life, to do perhaps the thing that I'm expected to do, which might be the conventional right thing to do? There's a sense of not knowing, thinking maybe it's going to be too hard, or maybe it's too risky, or I don't know if I have the strength to do this again. Particularly if, for some of you, the Aries is typically an older individual. So this is somebody who's already put a lot of effort into their life, and perhaps there's a new situation or a relationship, maybe not new, but it's come to a point where you have to make a decision about it. Do I have what it takes to invest in this again? Do I have what it takes to do the work, to have the trust, to have the faith, to invest in something again? If continuing means I need to do this right thing or this conventional thing, do I have the strength to do this again? You know, it might be for some of you, if this is a relationship reading, that it's, you know, perhaps making a solid, stable commitment, or, you know, getting married when maybe you had a horrible marriage in your past or something of that sort. Do I have the strength to build up and invest in something again? There's a lot of fears, a lot of concerns that there might be a lot of roadblocks, or it just might take a lot. That's kind of what I'm getting here. Let's clarify the Moon and the Chariot. What is truly the right thing to do here? Six of Swords, healing. 8 of Wands, fast movement. The Chariot again. 6 of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles, the Moon, and the Star. Yeah, this feels like, is the right thing to do, would the right thing be to do, I feel like this is a relationship reading for a fair amount of you. Is the right thing, look, I'm coming to this crossroads. There's a choice I need to make to take action one way or the other. Is the right thing to do like the conventional thing to do? Is that what I should do here? Or is the best thing to do for me to leave? Is it best for me? Is it best for the other side or the other person? The Moon and the Star, it's almost a bit kind of sad, because the Moon and the Star is trying to have faith when you can't see an outcome of something. Struggling to have faith when you can't see, you can't know, or there's a lot of fears. It's kind of two things warring with each other. There's a lack of clarity, but the Star calls us to have faith. And the Moon has a sense of spirituality too, but also hidden fears, because the Moon's light is not like the Sun. It's shadowy. There's a lot of corners and hidden nooks, and you don't know what's in there, and there's scary things in there. And the Star is trusting in the path that you're on. So I feel like you're really struggling to make a decision here on what is truly the right thing to do. There might be the conventional thing to do. Is that the right thing to do? Do I have what it takes to do that? Or would the best thing for me to be is to just move away from this, to let this situation or this relationship or whatever it is go? Clarify justice. Oh, too many. Judgment, the Fool, Judgment is a call to action in whatever path you take. There's an air of finality about judgment, which means judgment is final. If you choose the path to the left, that's the path you're probably going to be on for quite some time. If not permanently, you're not going to be coming back from that. If you choose the path on the right, if you choose a different path than the path you've already walked, then it will probably change your life. The Judgment is sometimes called the second chance card, which implies that there might be a second chance at something here, particularly if it's a relationship or something like that. The implication is that if it's a second chance, you might want to consider doing something different this time than you did last time. Because Judgment says if you decide to keep things the same, then that's what you're stuck with. If you decide to do something different, then that's going to change as well. However, if this is a relationship and you're choosing to keep things the way that they have been and the other person's not happy with that, you may end up losing this person. Because we have the Fool here, which can represent taking a risk, stepping off the beaten path, doing something different. But then we have the Three of Swords and the Eight of Cups with it. This is causing heartache, heartbreak, breakup, separation because somebody leaves. And I feel here that with the Fool, the Three of Swords and the Eight of Cups, yeah, I feel like you're stuck, Aries. I feel like you're stuck. Is the best thing for me to do to leave? It would break my heart. It might break their heart, etc., etc. But would that actually be the best thing to do? Or should I stay and should we do this other thing? Which is the right thing to do? Would leaving be the absolute worst, most foolish thing that I could do? That's kind of what I'm getting. Clarify the Emperor. This could be work and career, but it's got this relationship, personal, heart kind of feeling to it. It could be making a decision like the Lover's card is. It could be making a decision, in a different part of your life, that might have a profound effect on a relationship, whether positive or negative. Clarify the Emperor. The King of Wands, Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. And the Lovers, a relationship at a crossroads. Yeah, it's a relationship reading for many of you. The Emperor has the sign of Aries, the King of Wands, Leo, Aries, Sagittarius, the Lovers. A decision that needs to be made. A relationship is at a crossroads. There's a decision that needs to be made that will have profound effects on the relationship one way or the other. Clarify the Two of Wands. It's clear, Aries, you need to make a decision. Could be a third-party situation for some of you. There you are again, the Emperor again, needing to make that choice. Spirit is like saying, make that choice. You're at the crossroads. Make this choice. Take your action here. The Ace of Swords. The Knight of Swords. This is an epiphany and an idea, and then news and information and conversation. You may be talking with someone about this decision, trying to figure out what decision to make. Ace of Cups. Ace of Wands. So this is probably renewal energy or a brand new energy somewhere else. Because the Lovers is not a new relationship. The Lovers is an already established relationship. The Lovers card is sometimes referred to as the twin flame card, which can represent, it's a sign of Gemini, which is the twins, and it's different than the Two of Cups. The Two of Cups is two people who kind of find each other. They have that soulmate, kindred spirit, but it's about mutuality and common ground and sharing a lot of the same outlooks and stuff. But the Lovers has Gemini attached to it. And twins mirror each other, right? And that can be often a very turbulent relationship. Passionate, yes, but also, more turbulent than the Two of Cups. The Three of Cups, the Hierophant. Some of you, this might be a third-party situation needing to make a choice between two people. Do I stay and do the right thing, or do I go off for somebody new or try to find somebody new? For some of you, again, there's this decision energy here. Do I I mean, the Three of Cups and the Hierophant is a celebration, party, celebrations under a conventional umbrella, you know, like celebrating, you know, like weddings and, you know, graduations and things of that sort. Again, it's like this, I feel this pulling sensation in me, like, do I stay? Do I go? Do I do this or do I go? Maybe technically this is the right thing to do. If I stay, I have to do the right thing. But do I have it in me to do that, to invest again, to have hope and faith and all of that? Maybe it would explode again. So should leaving be maybe leaving is the best thing for me to do. It might break my heart. It might break the other person's heart, but maybe that actually is the best thing. That's what I feel here. And, you know, in a relationship decision, in terms of advice and guidance, it's never all one or all the other in a general reading, because there's so many of you reading. So for some of you, it might be yes. For some of you, it might be no. It really depends on what, you know, the most honorable thing is. Strength. The Five of Swords, winning at all costs. But often the Five of Swords begs the question, is it worth the effort? Is the outcome worth the effort? Does the end justify the means? The Two of Cups, soulmate, the Queen of Wands, Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. Maybe you're involved with another fire sign or somebody who's on the cusp of Cancer and Leo, you know, or somebody who manifests like, you know, the Queen of Wands, the Queen of Fire, you know, charismatic, easy on the eyes, a go-getter. You've got the Two of Cups and the Lovers both. Look, if you're in a relationship with somebody and you guys have the Two of Cups and the Lovers, I'm not sure if you guys left if you wouldn't still feel that pulling together anyway, but Strength, the Five of Swords, Queen of Wands. It's obvious that you feel like this person is the person. Like you're never going to be able to get away from them or forget them. Even if you guys separated, it would just still always be there, right? But again, there's a sense, is it going to be worth it if I put the effort into it, if I invest in this? Is it going to be worth it? Because remember, we have that Eight of Coins, which is working to build towards that Ten of Coins, which is long-term or permanent security and stability. Do I have the strength to do this? Is it going to be worth it, you know, in the end? Well, if it's not going to be worth it with somebody that is your Two of Cups and Lovers, I'm not sure it would be worth it with anybody, right? All right, Eight of Coins, and then we'll stop clarifying. Crazy hair today. Eight of Coins. Three of Pentacles. Everybody on board working towards the same thing. The Two of Wands again, making that choice. The Six of Cups, long-term. Yeah, this is somebody you've been with for some time. This is like long-term relationships. For those of you for whom this is a third-party situation, it's between a long-term relationship or somebody you've known and somebody new, or vice versa. Okay. Push and pull, push and pull. What do I do? Well, let's ask for any final guidance, advice, messages for Aries. What should they contemplate or focus on? Any messages for Aries for the last 2 weeks of September? The Nine of Wands. The Seven of Wands. You know, this is about I'm getting quite strongly that this is about laying your weapons down. That this is about asking yourself, what are you holding on to that's keeping you from making a decision you feel in your heart is right? If it's relationships from the past, this isn't that relationship. It feels like you're being asked to let your defenses down here. To ask yourself all of the reasons, the defenses, meaning the reasons and excuses of not doing something, of protecting something that's important to you, maybe your independence or singularity or something. You're being asked to kind of lay your your weapons down and turn around and actually look at the thing you're protecting and guarding inside of yourself and ask yourself, is that really necessary anymore? Let's see what's next. The Knight of Wands, the Empress, the Four of Wands. This is the Knight of Wands, knights being offers and opportunities, charging towards the Empress, who is the Emperor's natural mate, with the energy of the Four of Wands, which is one of the marriage wedding cards. So it's also a card of happy homes and celebratory energy, you know, preparing for weddings and parties that include friends and family. That joy of home and family here. You know, it feels quite strongly that for some of you, which is interesting because in relationship decisions, in general readings, it doesn't usually come across clearly because everybody has different lives. For some of you, it might be best to stay. For others of you, it might be best to leave. And that's always true. Free will, free agency, right? But here it looks pretty strongly like Spirit is encouraging you to... It feels like the ultimate focus that they want you to have is that home, family, relationship, marriage commitment. Either defending that so that you don't lose it, or letting your defenses down to examine why you're so defensive about perhaps making a decision about not doing it that's going to cost you a person, which over and over again here, you're the Emperor and your mate is showing up as the Empress, which is your natural mate, and you've got the Lovers, the Twin Flame card, the Two of Cups, the Soulmate card. What's preventing you from doing that? Ask yourself the reasons you're giving yourself. Are they attached to this relationship and this person, or are they attached to the past? And you need to look at that, and perhaps it's time to lay some of that down. It's a very emotionally, psychologically deep kind of reading. I'm going to leave it right there, or we'll just go on forever this way. Okay, Aries, those are your messages for the last 2 weeks of September. I hope that they resonated for who needs to hear them, and that they were helpful and useful. Again, if you find that any of this resonates with you and you'd like to reach out for a personal reading, maybe take a deeper look at something for yourself or as a gift for someone else, click on the description link below, that little arrow, which will show you my email address, Maggie1McGuire@gmail.com. Feel free to email me directly. I would be delighted to hear from you and even more delighted to work with you. I will see you all in a couple of weeks for the October general readings. Until then, stay safe and well. Hope to see you back here again soon. Bye-bye.